Believe it or not, growing your own small herb garden is just as easy as watering flowers. Here to show us how to do it is Shari Petrucci from the Western Mass Master Gardener Association. Shari, herb gardens are very low maintenance.
Very low maintenance for the foundation herbs. We're predicting right now, the trend in predicting how long the snow is going to be on the ground is we're looking at May, early May till late April.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad, but it's not too good for getting a good early start with some of your perennial herbs and things like that.
Yeah.
So what we can do is start our herbs indoors. You can either do it by seed, or what I do right on the windowsill is I go to the supermarket, buy fresh herbs. This one's a little limp because it's a little tired from traveling, and then set them in a little bit of water, and the roots start to grow. And in the meantime, I have fresh herbs at my leisure to use for cooking. The thing that I want to point out is that when you have an herb garden, make sure that you grow the herbs that you like to eat in the foods that you like to eat. A lot of times people have these beautiful herb gardens, but they don't ever go out there and pick the herbs.
They're like, I planted all these herbs and I have no idea what they are.
Yeah, or you don't use them because you know why? For me, it was because, wait a minute, I really like Mediterranean food and curries and things like that. So I'm like, why not? I need to be growing something that I will use. You know, I don't use basil every day, or I don't use parsley every day. And so you need to stretch out. So first you start with your foundation herbs, because those are the ones that cross cultures and ethnic foods. Almost every culture in the world will use some of these same herbs, the parsleys, the garlic, different kinds of onions. Now the onions and the here I have leeks, and here I have bok choy. Those aren't herbs, but these are other things that you can grow in and amongst your herbs to assist you in cuisine cooking.
Oh, ginger too?
Ginger is something that you can grow. I grow wild ginger, which I like to use, but ginger is used a lot in different Asian dishes and Mediterranean dishes, Middle Eastern. Is it Middle Eastern? No, not so much Asian. But,
yeah, it tastes delicious though.
Yeah.
So it seems like it'd be a difficult thing to grow.
No, these aren't difficult to grow, and they're not difficult to store if you follow, you know, research your gingers. The wild ginger that is native to this area spreads like a nice little ground. The plant's beautiful. It spreads like a ground cover, and you have that beautiful tuber root that you can use in your cooking.
Wow. Now, so you're encouraging people to look at the cuisine that you like to make, that you like to eat, and then use the herbs that you're actually going to cook with.
Right. So like there's lemongrass, there's different kinds of parsley, cilantro, mint, and there's different kinds of mint. Basils, which are used a lot in Italian cooking. Sage is used a lot in French cooking. Like for French, there's tarragon, chervil, things like that. There's dill. Oh my gosh, that smells heavenly.
Yeah, this mint, all these herbs just smell so good. So now it's only March, but we can get started. So let's say we want to have an herb garden, a cuisine herb garden outside. What we can do to get started is basically put them in little glasses of water, right? Okay.
Right, you can poke little toothpicks through your bunch after it's tied and set it in water so the stems aren't touching the bottom of the glass, because you want them to have access to water. Cut the ends off freshly, and then with luck, and it shouldn't be a problem on a windowsill that does get at least some eastern or southern light, roots will start to grow. And you don't need to add anything. If they start to grow and get too lanky, just trim them and they'll get thicker and bushier. In the meantime, what you trim off you can use, you know. And these I've already potted because they started to get too lanky, so I put them in a little pot, but they still fit on my windowsill. And this is so aggressive mint. Be careful when you're planting it in your yard, because it does spread like crazy. Yeah.
So once we have them on our windowsill, now the snow's melted, it's time to plant. All you have to do is transfer them right from your windowsill right to the ground.
Right. If they're cold hardy like the mint, you can plant them as soon as the ground is workable. But for basil, you need to be at least 40, 45 degrees above that consistently. So So this would not go in the ground till the end of May.
Okay, or we can
You
put
know,
them in a big
right,
pot.
a big pot, and then bring them in on frost nights.
Okay.
Parsley is a cold crop. It loves colder temperatures, so you could put that out early. Things like this you can still plant. You can cut off the stem and use that for cooking, but you've got the root end that might take off.
We're
These
going
are
to
leeks.
have to do more about gardening and you know, herbs and vegetables later on. Looking forward to it. I can't wait.
It'll be fun.
Thanks to our friends at DeRoche for Florida.